Small Business SEO. How to monitor your website's search engine impact. Your company's website deserves more traffic than it currently draws, right? You've done all the preliminary work, gathering great content, performing keyword research, and hiring an excellent web designer. That's wonderful, but not enough. Now the real work starts, earning traffic. In other words, setting your website for real SEO. Watch this video to understand the available tools, many of them free or from the search engines themselves, that you need to monitor your sites. These tools enable you to see what's happening right now, get data on what to do next, and think about making the site mobile friendly if it is not already. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. How you doing today? I hope you are doing fantastic. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. Today I want to talk to you about small business SEO, how to monitor your website's search engine impact. Number one, set up Google Analytics to track website traffic. If you are very serious about drawing traffic to your website, you got to install Google Analytics. If you do nothing else, installing analytics software is the only SEO tip you must try. Why? It is free, it is powerful, it is flexible, it is ubiquitous. So Google Analytics lets you track how many people are using your website and what they do when they're there, right? So you want to track visitors, their behavior on the website, the length of time, how long they stay on the website. Google Analytics can also track sales, what content interests your audience, and how your audience finds you. So you are able to not only analyze inbound traffic, but also the duration of visitors' visit, if you will, on a particular page. Getting started with Google Analytics does require a little bit of technical expertise. The good thing is that if you don't have the budget or the possibilities to hire an expert, there are a lot of free tutorials on the internet that you can go and you can use actually to learn about how to use Google Analytics. There are even something called CMS, content management systems, such as WordPress. WordPress is the most popular CMS, and it's free, and you can use that to track visits to your website. One thing you have to understand, and this is very also important, that once you go through analytics and Google Analytics, you want to pay attention to something called analytics intelligence. That allows you to get faster answers about your analytics data. You can uncover insights about your business, how it's performing, how visitors are reacting to your website, and you can tap into sophisticated modeling capabilities. One thing that experts have said over the last few years is that when it comes to analytics, one important thing is not only analytics intelligence, but user and conversions modeling. So through user and conversion modeling in Google Analytics, you can access smart goals, something called smart goals, smart list, and session quality data. And those three parameters use machine learning to help drive what? Conversions. Because that's the bottom line. You want more conversions, you want more traffic to the website, but once people are there, you want to be able to enable them to take action. So Smart Goals allows you to optimize Google Ads performance using your website's sessions as conversions. You can measure explicit conversions, and you can do that through either Google Ads conversion tracking or imported analytics. And this would allow you in the long run to optimize everything from your ads, your bids, and your website. Remember, the ultimate goal here is to use data collected from Google Analytics to be able to monitor visitors on your website, but also inform advertising decisions. So you're able to have better decisions. Now let's talk about reporting. Reporting is another feature that's very important in Google Analytics. Reporting allows you to understand how customers are interacting with your site and applications And you can easily share insight across your organization with a variety of reporting tools. Folks, this is important. We're talking about small business search engine optimization. And if you are trying to monitor your website's search engine impact, reporting is key. And reporting comes in 3 flavors. Audience reports. You can access a wide range of audience report types to learn from your users. Things like active users, lifetime value, audiences, and user explorer. Audiences is key because when you go through that feature, you can see a cross-channel view of the audiences you have created in analytics. Active users is another feature that top SEO experts use because it gives you great information. You can use that to measure active users based on their interactions with your website or applications in the last 1, 7, 14, or 30 days. You also have advertising reports. So besides audience reports, you have advertising report. Analytics provides many reports that can help you analyze, understand, and improve your online advertising efforts, folks. This is the bottom line here. So in advertising report, you have Google Ads. So you can get post-click performance, your CPC metrics for your PPC and CPC metrics for users who clicked on your ads campaign and then came through to your website or use your mobile app, right? So you're trying to have this feedback loop you can use for future decision making. So you are seeing people who are clicking on your ad campaign and whether you have a high or low bounce rate and whether those people are coming straight to your website or using your mobile app. You also have display and video 360. That's only available in Analytics 360 only. Through that, you can view and analyze display and video campaign. You can also use search ads 360. You can view and analyze search ads 360 in Analytics 360. So I talked about audience report, advertising report, and now I want to talk about acquisition reports. Acquisition reports allows you to see how you acquire users, their behavior on your site after they have been acquired, and their conversion patterns. Are they turning out to be loyal customers or just one-time customers? So you can use the Search Console to see how pre-click data, like queries and impressions, for example, right, correlate with the post-click data, like bounce rate and transactions, as I said earlier. So the pre-click data. So let's say you have 1,000 clicks and you're only seeing, let's say, 2 transactions. That means you have about at least 98%. You have a 98% bounce rate, right? So you only have 2 transactions. So you have 1,000 people are clicking, and only 20, rather, not two, only 20 are actually buying stuff from you. So in this case, you have a 2% conversion rate, which is kind of low. So you can also look at the acquisition report to understand everything from how your social efforts impact engagement on your site and apps, and also campaigns. See how ad campaigns, search engines, and social networks are impacting your website. Let's talk now about behavior reports. With behavior reports, you can better understand how your users are interacting with your site. So you can have behavior flow reports, site search, and site speed. Site speed is kind of important, folks. It's critical because you want to evaluate how quickly users are able to see and interact with your content. You can therefore identify areas that need improvement, right? And then evaluate those improvements. This process becomes quintessential when you're talking about mobile websites, because nowadays research has shown that 80% and even more people are using smartphones to access data. Besides behavior reports, you want to go through conversion reports. Conversion reports, you have goal flow, e-commerce, and multi-channel funnels. Multi-channel funnels are great because you're able to see what role did prior website referrals, searches, and ads play in driving conversions on your site. You can also see how your marketing channels Here I'm talking about sources of traffic to your website, right? They work together to create sales and conversions. So you have real-time reporting, user flow reporting, and data freshness. And the last one is only available in Analytics 360. You also have something called unsampled reports and roll-up reporting. The roll-up reporting allows you to have an aggregated view of all data from your analytics properties to see global metrics or isolate individual brand performance across countries. Roll-up reporting is helpful if you have a global brand. If you are engaged in several countries and you want to monitor visitor behavior and patterns on your site based on geography, right? So in the United States or Canada or Nigeria or Algeria or Italy, you name it. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Q. I hope you are doing fantastic. We are still talking today about small business SEO, how to monitor your website's search engine impact, and we're using Google Analytics. A key element in understanding how your website behaves, how users are behaving on your site, and everything else. Let's talk about data analytics, data analysis, and visualization. So you have analytics provides many ways to access, organize, and visualize your data to suit your business needs. So you have data access, you're able to access data from everywhere. You also have filtering and manipulation. This allows you to customize your data to meet your needs with advanced filters. You also have metrics that allow you to get the same results. Analytics for Analytics 360 users, you're able to have an advanced view, a more sophisticated view. For example, through funnel analysis. Google Analytics provides tools for insightful funnel analysis, especially on apps. But today we're actually bringing together the analysis on websites and apps. We'll have another show on how funnel analysis translates into app conversion. So when I'm talking about funnel analysis, I'm referring to things like shopping and checkout funnels. You can analyze the customer path to purchase and determine where customers drop off at each stage in the funnel. You also have custom funnel. This allows you to configure these funnels at any time, not just during the implementation, so you can customize your funnel analysis to your specific business. And then you have multi-channel funnels. With this setting, with this feature in Google Analytics, you can visualize and report on the multiple campaign touchpoints that users engage in across sessions along the path to conversion. And then you also have app events funnels. This allows you to configure the visualization of in-app events into logical sequences to better understand how one action relates to another. What I'm trying to say here is that, folks, whether you're trying to monitor behavior on your website or app, there are myriad settings, myriad features in Google Analytics that allow you to get to the bottom, to understand your website's search engine impact, your website or your application's search engine impact. And you can get that impact through many things, including segmentations, for example. So you can create custom segments at the session or user level, which is compatible with supporting Google products like Google Ads and Google Campaign Manager. You also have visualization and monitoring that allows you to see customers who have created customizable, shareable dashboard with a variety of widgets. You can, and this is kind of cool if you have, let's say, a membership organization. Let's say you have a fraternity or an investment clubs, and you're trying to monitor specific behaviors in the users. That's kind of cool. Having visualization, you can use visualization and monitoring on the Google Analytics dashboard. Let's talk now about setting up Google Search Console to see what Google makes of your site. So after familiarizing yourself with Google Analytics, you want to switch now to Google Search Console, and GSC, it's very important. Why? If you have a website And I don't care whether you are a specialist or a generalist, or whether you are a rookie or an advanced web designer. Search Console, Google Search Console can definitely help you. I'm talking here about business owners. Let's say you're not using, if you're a business owner and you're not thinking about using Search Console yourself, you want to be aware of it. You want to familiarize yourself with the basics, with optimization 101. You want to know how your website can be optimized, can be friendly to search engines, and you want to know what features are available in Google search. If you are an SEO specialist or a marketer, Search Console can help you monitor your website traffic. It can help you optimize your ranking and help you make informed decisions about the appearance of your site's search results. If you have that data, think about it. This is just fantastic. You can use it to influence technical decisions for the website. You can even engage in advanced marketing analysis in conjunction with other Google tools like Google Ads, Google Trends, and Google Analytics that I spoke about earlier. If you are a site administrator, let's say you are a site admin, what you really care about is not the cosmetics of the website. You care about the healthy operation of your site. And Search Console lets you easily monitor and in some cases resolve server errors, site load issues, and security issues like hacking and malware. Now, site load issues are critical, right? We live in a world where people's attention span is very short, especially on mobile. So if your website is kind of slow on the mobile, that's a big concern. So site load issues is an important element to pay attention to. You can also use, if you are a site administrator, you can use Google Search Console to ensure that any site maintenance or adjustments you make happen properly with regards to search performance. If you are a web developer, you can also find Google Console interesting. You can create the actual markup and or code of your site, because Search Console will help you track and resolve common issues with markup, such as errors in structured data. Now, how do you get started here? We've spoken about Google Search Console, who should use it. How do you get started? You want to verify that you are the owner or admin for a site by adding a meta tag to your homepage's HTML code. And once you do that, you want to upload the file to a server or through your Google Analytics or Google Tag Manager setup. Now, Google sometimes will get back to you within 24 hours. Sometimes it is. It could be 3 days or 4 days or even a week. So give it a few days to gather some data, and a host of options are yours. Use Search Console to ensure that Google can understand your content, see which queries drive traffic, how many people click on the links, your bounce rate, monitor spam issues related to your site, even who is linking to you. Search Console is great for that because it allows you to constantly track your website operation. What is verification? Because I've spoken about website ownership. Verification, when it comes to Google Console, it is the process of proving that you own the property that you claim to own. Google needs to confirm ownership because the thing is, once you are verified for a property, you have access to its Google search data and it can affect its presence on Google search. Every Search Console property requires at least one verified owner. How long does the verification last? Google has said in the past, they've changed the rules recently, but they've said in the past that they will periodically check if your verification is valid. For example, checking if your HTML verification tag is still present. If verification can no longer be confirmed, Google will restrict your permissions. And they will do so after a certain grace period. If all verified owners lose access to a property, all delegated owners that were added by a verified owner, as well as users and associates of the property, will lose access to the search engine property, to the Search Console property. So you can see here we have on the screen, we have the Google Search Console and how the whole thing looks like. So you have the domain, the URL prefix, and you can type the domain name, and you can verify the property therefore. So you can, on the second picture here, you can see that we've picked an IBM, the IBM domain. So you can verify the domain ownership via DNS records, and you type this is for IBM, and Google will send you, once you sign into your domain name, you will copy the text record below into the DNS configurations for IBM. So once you do that, you click verify, and this will launch the whole process. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. I hope you are doing fantastic. If you're still following us, this is great. We are talking today about small business SEO, how to monitor your website search engine impact. And if you love the kind of clarity and the kind of quality we provide in this content, today's show, please consider subscribing to our channel and turn on the notification bell so we can inform you in real time. And we do this every single day, rain or shine. And I also want to talk about the fact that if you love the content here, please press the like button, share, comment, and also subscribe. We'll really appreciate it. I've spoken about Google Analytics, Google Search Console, but there is another, although smaller, search engine out there, and that's Bing. So if you want to increase your chances of being discoverable on the internet, it doesn't hurt to also commit some time to Bing, right? You can use Bing Webmaster Tools to get even more information. Google is by far the dominant player in the search engine market, hands down. That's globally. If you understand what the Google Search Console thinks of your website, you've done 80% or 85% of the work already. The other 15%, you got to commit it to search engines like Bing, Yahoo, and others. Just like Google, those search engines have a great tool. So let's look at Bing Webmaster Tools, for example. You can see on the screen here, we have a screenshot that we just took from the Bing Webmaster Tools website. And you can see that they're talking here about a few very interesting things, at least in our view. They have a dashboard. So they have 4 pivotal elements to allow you to get more insights into your site. So they have a dashboard. You can leverage your dashboard for the sites you manage. You get a summary view of how well your site is performing, and you can identify what needs focus. You have reporting tools. Reporting tools allow you to understand clearly what leads people to your site so that you can focus on ways to increase traffic. You have diagnostic tools. Those are tools that give you data on what people are searching for and what areas to expand on next. And the fourth element here is notifications. So you're able to stay on top of messages and alerts for your sites. You can subscribe for notifications or use the notifications console to manage your site notification. Another thing that you can do here with Bing Webmaster Tool is that they have a great platform for mobile friendly websites. So you're able to get public tools to help you monitor your website and improve it. So they have mobile friendly. You can see here on the second picture on the screen here. So you can use the mobile friendly feature to see if your site is mobile friendly with the Bing mobile friendliness tool. You can also verify Bing bots, and that allows you to check if requests to your site are from genuine Bing bots IPs. Now, one thing that's important is that Bing Webmaster Tools gives different data to Search Console, so you're able to have a complementary view of how your website is performing out there. Bing Webmaster Tools also has what I will call the standard reports that you see with the Google Search Console or Google Analytics, because it has SEO reports and even has an SEO analyzer to get you started with actionable recommendations. Just like Search Console, there are different ways to verify your site to register and get going. All right, folks, this is the end of today's conversation. Now I wanted to quickly give you a recap. Today I was talking to you about small business SEO, how to monitor your website's search engine impact. And I've spoken to you about 2 products, 2 tools, Google Analytics and Google Search Engine. And then there's a third tool that can act as a complementary tool, if you will, in your arsenal, in your SEO arsenal, and that is Bing Webmaster Tools. So that allows you to get an extra insight into your website. Thank you so much for listening to this conversation. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.